What's up, guys? Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Just kind of sitting down looking at this thing right now, the Nasdaq. Man, this thing recovered after market yesterday. Sorry, after market close yesterday, didn't it? We had Alphabet, Google earnings come out, and Microsoft earnings come out yesterday, and market popped a little bit on those, even though um, I believe they actually disappointed, but Microsoft gave a pretty good forecast moving forward. And it popped. Microsoft popped. I did buy some Microsoft yesterday, and I'm out of that trade after market. The little buy the rumor, sell the news thing. Sometimes it works. I also bought Amazon, but I closed out of Amazon. I'm gonna try to get in a better price on Amazon. I got on way too high on Amazon. Closed out of that this morning. Amazon looks like it's going to roll down again a little bit more. So I've got a bad price on it, a bad cost average on it, and I don't want to keep cost. I think it's going to drop probably another 10 bucks or so before we can find a good price on Amazon. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Amazon. We are here to talk about the Nasdaq. Let's look at the daily chart. What we got going on, guys? We're still in this pen. We got this little up channel going on here on the daily. We pulled back, marked out yesterday that 20 SMA. We came down to it, and is it going to be providing some support, or are we going to do one of these? I don't know. I mean, I think that. Well, I don't know. I'll put it at that. I'm not. I can't guess what it's going to do. The only thing I can tell you is what it's doing. I think it's finding some support at that 20 SMA. Over here on the 20 SMA. I want to know if there's something here. Not really. The 20 SMA, we have this big gap up today. So that's a very bullish sign. However, I do think we may get some sort of movement back to the downside on it. But with FOMC going on today, this thing's going to act all wonky. It is FOMC day, if I didn't mention that before. It is FOMC day. So the markets are going to be pretty wonky, pretty crazy today. They're not going to be acting particularly logically, I think, today. But we still might be able to find some opportunities. I'm just looking at the headlines over here. Yeah, Microsoft popped on cloud results, I guess, on an upbeat forecast. I don't know. I think everybody's just gonna be waiting for the Fed. So yeah, I mean, we might be able to find some opportunities to scalp it this morning, but I think it's going to be difficult to really get a nice, clean, solid trade in today. So I'm going to mark off a couple levels here on the hourly. We can see a big area of resistance coming in there. Look at the 4 hour. You can just see this spot right here. We got the 20 SMA on the 4 hour. I drew this on the hourly, but it's a little clearer on the 4 hour. You can see some touches here. So I think this 12,350-ish level coming in right there is going to be big resistance. Price is coming up to it there. It may poke through that 12,347 up through the 20 SMA and come up here and hit the top of the band on the hourly at 12,380. It's then got the value area high on the weekly volume profile up here at 12,440. So there's some pockets there that you might be able to pick up as it breaks. Perhaps this level might want to move up here, or these could be areas of resistance where you might be able to find a short scalp on it, or price may just come up to it and bounce off real quick. But yeah, I think this level here is going to be a pretty key level, 12,330-ish up to 12,350. It's going to be a pretty big level there, and then up to 12,380 up there at the top of the band on the 1 hour. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing on that. We've got this down channel that broke. Yeah, you can see how it broke right there. I think that was actually on Microsoft, I think. I'm not sure, but whatever the case may be, this was after hours yesterday. This big down channel going on. Actually, we can draw this from today's, like that. This week's, this week. This is from this candle over here is from last week. which I'm not saying is irrelevant, but I just would rather have this week's price action going on. Another interesting thing to note is we can see the back of this down channel corresponds with the bottom of the band on the 1 hour. So, you know, I can see it doing one of these coming up. And then you could do a trend line here. And if you wanted to short it, you could short the break at that trend line. But yeah, it's kind of how I'm seeing it today. Today's going to be kind of a scalpy day, I think. A little bit shooting from the hip, just because it's FOMC. So a lot of, you know, just trading price action. Price is moving slow right now. Delta's very strong, positive 3,000 in the overnight session, up 1%. You know, again, here's that level of resistance up here at 12,330. So, you know, one thing that we've noticed is on the market open, prices really respected these the bands on the Bollinger, particularly on the 1 minute. So, you know, if you got an impulse down to 12,290, you might take a scalp on that bounce. There might be little opportunities here and there to pick up some points on this thing, but with it being FOMC, I don't know if we're going to get like a really nice clean trend that we can trade this morning. It's probably just going to be a bunch of scalps. So that's kind of how I'm seeing it. That was a pretty quick one, pretty quick analysis. It's FOMC day. It's going to be a shit show. So trade with caution out there. Trade with caution. Again, we've got this nice level of resistance up here at 12,332. I can also see it coming up here, poking through, trapping some bulls, and then rolling back down. I guess if I'm, you know, looking for to go long on it right off the open, I'd be looking for an impulse down to 12,294, 290, 290-ish level down here, I guess. Right down there. Keep drawing these. If you look at all these red lines, you're like, man, he's just throwing a bunch of lines up there. But you know, some of them are on the lower time frames, and then some of them are on higher time frames. Maybe I should change the color, but it's just easy for me to throw up a line real quick. So right on the open, I'd be looking at 12,294. This area of support corresponds with the bottom of the band. You know, looking for that impulse down, and then it may poke through it and then, you know, come back up. So you could wait for it to poke through and then put, you know, buy order like right here at 12,295, 294. I think I've got my chart trader turned off on this chart. And, you know, wait for it to come back up. And you could try getting out at you could try getting out the 20 SMA 02. I mean, it's like 6 points. Again, it's just like a scalp, but you know, a scalp's a scalp. 6 points is 6 points. Morning, everybody. Morning, Matt. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Paul, good morning. Thanks for your comment on the last video. I appreciate it, man. What's up, Jeff? Trading, Futures Daily. What's up, Nico? SW Blaze, Satish. Good morning. It's a great evening in the Middle East. That's nice to hear. Jav, good morning. Interest rates will rise. Yeah, probably. I think what they're going to be more, I think people kind of know how much they're going to be raised by. I think it's going to be more about whatever comments come out. If there's any, you know, meeting notes or statements that come out around it, I think that's what could really influence the market. Abdullah, good morning. New Bass Player 400, good morning, sir. Durgish, good morning. Thanks for all your participation in Discord, man. If anybody here wants to jump on that Discord, where's my Discord? We got a very nice, lively Discord going on. If you see it over here, check out our Discord, guys. It's really popping these days. So I'll put the link in there, and we've got a whole lots of conversation going on over in the Discord. Ugh. Man, I am technologically. Oh, look at price is moving down there. Struggling here this morning. What a slow morning, guys. Here is our Oh no, the naked girls. Oh, the link is in the description. That's right. I'm trying to get the naked girls thing off of here. Report. That's what I have to do. Click on report, and then I hit OK. And then I got to come over here and hide this user. Hopefully that works. Yeah, they did find you a girl. Congrats, guys. Discord link. Yep. You can also find the link in the description of this thing if you want to go over there and jump on that Discord, get part of the community. We can see here our price came down right to that level of the 1294 little pin. Again, that's kind of what I was saying. You could just buy it as it came back into, you know, the range. But this is pre-market. I'm not going to touch it in pre-market. I was kind of waiting for that to happen on the open, but if it wants to do it now, it wants to do it now. Again, I think it's going to be kind of choppy today, guys. You could also look for these, you know, these structures that form like this 5-minute down channel, trading the break on it. Like the structure broke here. See how it came through? Man, look at that big whipsaw going on there in that 5-minute candle right there. But like on a candle, like, you know, it breaks the structure, breaks that down channel, and you get a candle like that, or like this, these big long wicks on them, you know, and then boom, we pop through on it. Those are good trade setups. Ooh, pop, pop, pop. Zero, what's up, man? In the hour. Hey, Zero, I'm good, man. Thanks for asking. What's up, Money Kiddo? It's a rainy day here in the Midwest, a cloudy, rainy day, which is good. We haven't had rain in I don't know how long. So we definitely need it. Design Now, what's up? Morning from New Jersey. Where's everybody at this morning? Hey, Cody, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Is there any reason I trade the NQ versus the ES? Yeah, I just like the NQ better. I mean, I don't know. I used to trade the ES when I first started trading futures a few years ago. I started out with the ES, and it was fine. It was okay. And then the summer hit. It was like this. I can't remember. It must have been the summer of 2020. Yeah, it was the summer of 2020. So a couple years ago. The ES was moving so slow. It was painful to trade the ES. And I looked over on another chart, and I had the NQ up on some other chart. And I started trading the NQ because it was just moving. And I just got hooked to it. I hooked to the NQ. It just moves so much faster. It gets to where it wants to go really quickly. It can really explode away from levels. And I just like the volatility of it. I like trading that volatility. And it just seems to be like more opportunity. And also when I first started trading it, the margin requirement on the NQ was the same as the ES. It was $500 each. Now that's changed to $1,000 for the NQ versus the ES. But yeah, it's just a more volatile product. I feel like there's more opportunities on it, and it's just more fun to day trade for me. It suits my style better, the way that I trade. And, you know, you get to know it. You get to know the product. I always stress that you should trade one product, trade it well, and get to know that one product instead of trying to have, you know, a million things up on your screen and trading those. Just trade one thing, get to know it, stalk it, get to know its movements, get to know how it reacts to things, how it behaves, setups that work for it. You know, I use the Bollinger Bands on this because for me, they work on the Nasdaq. You know, if I was trading something else, I probably wouldn't use Bollinger Bands. But I like the 20 SMA on it. I like the Bollingers, 2 standard deviations away. And it just works for me. So It's cool for me. Other people might like trading the ES. I know a lot of people out there trade the ES. I have the ES up on another chart. I peek at it every once in a while, but I don't like to let it influence my trades too much because, you know, it's almost like having it is. I mean, it's like having a whole nother chart up. So, you know, it just gives you, it can kind of skew your the way that you're seeing your analysis of what you're seeing the Nasdaq. But it is nice to see how, you know, the ES is moving. I mean, I have it up here on a 2000 tick chart. This is what I used to trade off of. But like looking at this, it's like, okay, I'm going to buy down here at 39.54, and then we're going to hold it up to 62. I mean, that's just kind of the trade I see right there on the ES. And then if it breaks, pokes down here, you know, you gotta take your stop. But yeah, I just like that. Like this, I don't know. It's just doesn't seem fun to me. This seems like the wild ride to take. But I once in a while, I will once in a while trade the ES. I'll take a stab at it. We got 2 minutes to the market opens here, guys. I'm gonna go fill up my coffee mug. And then we'll maybe try to take some scalps on the open. I'll be right back. Oh, I'm sorry. I had my microphone muted. Ugh, bummer. Sorry, guys. I had my microphone muted. I took the scalp thinking that that bottom of the band there on the 5-minute was going to be some support, but obviously that broke through. Then I took the scalp here. Of course, I got it too soon. So, you know how that goes, guys. You guys know the drill. A lot of sellers coming in there. Pushing down. I think she's gonna be choppy today. Yeah, sorry guys. When I went to grab coffee, I muted my microphone. I want to say what's up to my kids. My kids are sleeping in today. Summer. It's a rainy summer day. Looking at the 20 SMA on the 1 minute. Oh, down 431. I feel like this is my situation yesterday too. What do you guys think about the new thumbnail I threw up yesterday? What do you guys think about that? You guys like it? Ah, Cody, yeah. Day trade. I thought about another name for the channel. It's like Day Trading Daddy. Daddy Day Trading or something like that. And I tell you what, when my first son was born, I have a small business that I do on top of doing this, and when my first son was born, I was like, "Do not copy my trade. You will lose money. Trading is super risky. You're gonna lose money. It's gonna be horrible. You don't blame me for it." When I had my first son, I was running this business from home, and it was an online business that I was doing, and I got to the point where it was relatively successful, and it was kind of like running itself, and it was pretty good, but I still had to work on it a few hours a day. And when my first son was born, daycare was so expensive. I was like, there's no way I'm putting him in daycare. I can just change his diapers and feed him his bottle while I'm working. It's no big deal. He's just a little baby or whatever. So I tried taking care of him while I was working from home, and it was impossible. I mean, it was like nuts. I had to put him in daycare. I felt bad about putting him in daycare, but I couldn't take care of him anymore. I mean, it was just so much work. I really have a lot of respect for mothers and what they do. Taking care of newborn kids. I mean, sleep deprivation will drive you to do crazy things. Man, this thing's popping up now. Morning, Vernon. Dad bod day trading. Yeah, that's a good one, Rich King. Dad bod. Where's everybody at from today? We got 62, 59. I never know. The YouTube gives me like two different numbers. I don't know where everybody is. I don't actually know how many people I've got in here, but yeah, Cody, sleep deprivation. You realize why they use sleep deprivation as torture. Now we're coming up to that level of resistance that we chimed in. We drew out in the pre-market. Right up here, you can see it on the 1 hour. I think if we start making bullish structure above it, I think it's going to want to come up to 12,382. And we might try to take a long if we start making that. I mean, it looks like it wants to, so maybe try to get on a pullback. 21 SMA. Thank you, sir. Yep, thank you for pointing that out. Now let's see what it wants to do with this 20 SMA on the 4 hour. Thank you. I appreciate that. Draw another red line up here. You know what I do is I draw these red lines because I want to look at it like right now, and then I just leave them up. So if at the end of the day I've got like a million red lines up here, but you know they're not like major levels. Major levels. I saw Major Dave over there. Major levels that I'm like, you know, trading bounces off of all day. They're just short term, near term, like within the next 30 seconds levels that I want to look at. Another big coffee slurp. Hope that wasn't in the microphone. Yeah, Cody, man, I tell you what, I feel it. My kids now are 9 and 7, so we've started finally sleeping through the night a couple years ago. But holy smokes, those first years are rough. I don't know, I think we're gonna hold this and pop. I like Bill Burry's funny. Yeah, you probably will, Cody. I hate to break it to you. You probably gotta wait till he's at least like 4 or 5. They still wake up in the middle of the night. It's insane. Well, my kids now don't. They don't wake up anymore, but yeah. So down 259 in the morning. I'm not too surprised by it. We took one long here, got stopped out. Took another long here, got out super quick. Took another long here. Obviously, the move was correct, but we just didn't hold any of these. I needed to be stopped out on this one. This one right here, I needed to get stopped out on. But these two here, I should have held. Your kids are 31 and 28. Yeah. Mine will be there before I know it. Coming right up to that 20 SMA. We're busting through it. Busting through it. Ooh, that's the old trader in me would have bought this at 52. The old trader in me would have bought that. I don't know. The thing is that the thing can really start trending on the open. Like it can really move on the open. Look at Delta moving there. I'm going to try to jump in on this thing. Scalp it. You saw Delta popping there. If you look at Delta down here, Delta just, when I gave you this little candle, like this little move right here, this little dragonfly thing, and then you just see Delta start moving up and price hasn't moved yet. You got to jump in on it quick. We've got this low volume node thing going on here. Right here at 60. I'm tempted, but I feel like I'm pushing my luck a little bit. She goes. Shucks Aluxas. Everybody's having kids, Turkish, but don't do it. Don't do it if you don't want to. It's not like getting a dog. I like people who, like couples who before they have kids, they get a dog. I'm like, having a kid is not like having a dog. This looks interesting here to get in at 60, but I see Delta here starting to come down a little bit. So I think this pop it may want to try to find some relief up here. If it breaks this 60, this LVN, I think it's really going to drop probably back down to 50. So guys, I've been trying to get us deals on some more of these trader evaluation combine things, and nobody wants to give us a deal. They're afraid of us. Contacted another one yesterday. They want to have like an in-person interview with me before they would give us a coupon. I'm like, really? Because you know there's a million of you out there right now. Just trying to find us some good deals, guys. I think the bear avatar might not be professional enough for them. All right, now we're hitting the top of the value area down here at 50. Sometimes you can just draw one of these little tiny counter trend lines. 1 minute's looking bearish. Where'd you go? 1 minute. There you are. Oop. Volume profile just shifted. See where she wants to go down to here. Kind of, if you're trying to get an entry, I don't think it's, You know, you can just draw one of these counter trend lines. I think it wants to come down some more though. It's just my trader spidey sense on this. After a couple red candles, momentum may have died out, but it may pop on this one. I'm gonna sit this one out though. There's millions of prop firms out there. There's millions of these online prop firms popping up every day. I don't know how they can't be regulated more. Because you want to know why? Because they all use fake money. They all use simulated money. So they're not real prop firms. They're just legally they're just educational programs. I think I don't know if they're all from the same company. There's two of them that are like exactly alike. This thing looks like 72, but it's too up near the top. I don't want to buy it up here and have this thing roll on me on FOMC. There's two of them that are like exactly alike. Like it's Apex and somebody else. I can't remember, but like their websites are exactly alike. Everything about them's exactly alike. Yeah, they probably don't think it. Some of them are like, well, I think this one in particular thinks they're, you know, they think that they're like professional. They like to use like we're from the industry, terminology like that. So I don't think they really like retail traders, or they think we're full of shit, and that you know, retail traders can't have the answers. Only professionals from established prop firms or financial institutions should be able to trade. Kind of like a Jim Cramer attitude. Man, look at this thing popping up to 80 there, which is patronizing and infuriating. Tick trader, that's it. Yep. Morning, James. What's up, man? Micro Scalper, good morning. Kyle Lubers, good morning. Roll over to at 80. Yeah, I think it's going to find, well, I think now it may want to come up all the way up to, might have about 20 more points in it before it really wants to roll over. One thing that I want to be caught, you see, I can see that opening up now to 90. You just got to get a good entry on it. It's difficult to find a good entry when it's moving like this. This one right here would have been a good entry on the 500 volume. Coming in here at 70 might be a good entry. We see this low volume node, this trend line that's formed. That might be a decent one. Trying to get right at that low volume node, 20 SMA, this trend line, see if it wants to come up. I'll move my stop pretty tight. If it wants to pop through, it's going to pop through. Let's take a scalp. I think it's opened up to 92 though. That'd be awesome if we did. My equities need it. My equities need some relief. These last few days have been tough. All right, so it came up to that level. Boom, busted through like nobody's business. Next level, 12,340. Sorry, 12,430. But let's see what it wants to do up here. We're right at the top of the band on the 1 hour. That's just always going to be an area of resistance. Kyle, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All this stuff is completely free, guys, but of course I'll take any tips that you guys like to throw my way. Buy me a coffee if you like. That'd be very nice of you. If you don't want to, it's completely free. If you wouldn't mind giving this thing a like, If you found any value out of it, you just got to hit that like button. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps my videos get in front of more traders on YouTube, and also just kind of gives me some encouragement. So I had some people not like my video yesterday, which always is kind of like, man, like, gosh, why? Why do you not like? I guess if you really don't like it, you don't have to hit the like. I think we're pushing off that top of the band on the 1 hour. I mean, I'm just gonna sit on my hands and see what it wants to do here. Again, this is just another one of those little pullbacks. I mean, if you wanted to buy it, if I didn't have the Bollingers here, I'd probably be looking to buy this little pullback. And this is a two-legged pullback. Two-legged pullback. Free. You don't need an indicator. You just need to be able to draw a line. You've got A, B, C, D coming in. Counter trend line. Wait for that baby to break. Take it up to new highs. I'm going to sit this one out, though, guys. I'm going to sit this one out. Yeah, I think some people take their frustrations out. You know, it's not when you have like a losing day and you jump on YouTube and you see some asshole who's, you know, green, you're like, nope, like you suck, or I'm gonna dislike you. You just vent, and I get it. I've been that guy too, man. Don't worry. Been that guy too. I don't take it too personally, but now we're breaking this trend line that formed on the 500 volume. Again, I think it's just pushing off of that upper band on the 1 hour. Yeah, we're in a bear suit. Some asshole wearing a bear suit. Now, what I'd really wait for if I was looking to go back long is I would wait for like a 1 minute pullback. I would wait for this 1 minute to really give me something, or maybe she just goes right here. You break 12,406 and you move up to 20. But I might wait for that 1 minute pullback. I talked about that yesterday in the live stream and I jumped off of it, just waiting for the 1 minute pullback and some bearish structure to form on the 1 minute. The one thing I will say is today, because it's FOMC, that bearish structure actually may be like it rolling over. So you want to be cautious of it. One trade setup I can see forming here is just getting the break of 12,400, taking that pop up to 12,420. But yeah, I may just sit that one out. I think I'm okay with 344 on FOMC. Only 20 minutes. It needs to give it, find some relief at some point here. Or did I get I get the I just use this old Forex calendar. I hate Forex, but I used to trade Forex, and I just there's a ton of them out there. I mean, you can just Google economic calendar, and you can just Google economic calendar and it'll pop up. We actually had some news come out at 7:30. Durable goods, non-defense capital good orders, durable good orders. I use this one at fxstreet.com, economic calendar. You can just come in here and mess with the settings and the filters and all that stuff. So we can see Fed's coming out at 1, and then you've got a press conference at 1:30. This is Central Time. We got GDP coming out tomorrow. And see core personal consumption expenditures. I don't know. Yep, there's a million economic calendars out there. We got point of control coming in up here now. Typically, when you see this, price is going to want to move away. This could signal a reversal, so just want to be cautious of that. Other times, it can mean that price is going to want to continue to explode to the upside. So a lot of volume coming in up here for some reason, and you're wondering why. Why is all this volume coming in up here? I don't know. Well, another day of being down $500 or $600 to having to trade back to something that's not, particularly commensurate with how much you lost. But I guess that's what you do. I mean, that's just how it goes. Definitely missed the big break to the upside on it. Just scalped it on little pullbacks, and now we're waiting for that 1 minute pullback. So way that I have this Williams percent range up here on the 1 minute. Sometimes I wait for it to become oversold. So Williams percent range is kind of like RSI, but it's more of a leading indicator. So sometimes I'll wait for it to become oversold on the 1 minute. And then particularly if it hits like an area of confluence, like I can see here, there's this low volume node. I need my pen. Where's my pen? You can see this low volume node right here and how that corresponds with the 20 SMA in the 1 minute. So if I was waiting to get back long on it, I might wait for this thing to come down to this level, this low volume node plus a 20 SMA plus become oversold on the Williams percent. And that might trigger to me that it's found enough relief and maybe wants to come back up. But I need to wait for, we got a bearish candle on the 5 minute. It could pop up here. I'm not saying it won't. And actually, if it popped up above 400, I think it would trap a lot of bears and may just continue, make another rip up to, I don't know, maybe up to 10. You can see the band on the 1 minute pinching in. That just means the volatility's dying out. The ATR and the range is dying out. So, I don't know. I'll probably just sit on my hands for a little bit. It is FOMC today, guys. What do you expect? What do you expect from this guy? So where's everybody from? So I'm in the Midwest. I'm in the state of Missouri in the Midwest. I have not lived here all my life. I just moved here a few years ago, actually. Used to live in the Philippines and then North Carolina and Washington, D.C. I'm originally from here and moved back here to be closer to my family as they're getting older and my kids are growing up. And one nice thing about trading is that you can, live wherever you want. Gives you a lot of freedom, flexibility. So that's always nice. So back here for the time being. Where's everybody else from? Let's get a roll call here. South Carolina, nice, Matthew. Nice. Jamaica. That's funny because I used to live in Antigua. I lived in Antigua for 3 years when I was in my mid-20s. And I lived in North Carolina, so very close. East Coast, I lived in Washington, D.C. for a couple years. New Jersey, Massachusetts, very nice. Pennsylvania, Montego Bay, baby. Very nice. Military, no, I was in international development. Boomer Sooner, Oklahoma, my boy. One of my best friends went to Oklahoma State. Texas, North Carolina, awesome, man. Canada, Sterach, very nice. Louisiana, probably butchered that, I'm sorry. Chicago, Island boy, that's right. Antigua and Miami, I remember people used to say that. Vancouver, Montreal, Morocco, Dubai. We've got everybody from everywhere. That's awesome, man. Amsterdam, LA, Tennessee. Zero is still in Dubai, hasn't moved. I wouldn't move from Dubai either, probably. That's awesome, guys. It's awesome to see people from all over the place. Getting a little range action going in up here. If you're looking to go long, I would say getting long down at 12.377. That's where you probably want to get long at. Williams percent still up pretty high. I'm not going to touch it. Mr. Worldwide, and I ended up right back where I started. Right back in my hometown. But that's okay. It's kind of nice. It's a smaller town. It's not small. I mean, it's got Almost a couple 100,000. I mean, it's not like a small town, but it's definitely smaller than Manila, where I lived before. It's nice though. I can drive anywhere I want to go. There's no traffic. I can find parking spaces, which you don't appreciate parking spaces until you live in a big city, where you're like, man, I just want to go to the grocery store, and you don't have to worry about trying to find a place to park, or I'm gonna walk there, take a taxi. You can just get in your car and be there in 3 minutes. India, what's up, Durgish? What do you guys think of the new thumbnails? Our good friend Nico over at Trading Futures Daily is really helping us out with some stuff, which is awesome. Really appreciate his work and his insight. I am not a designer, nor am I good at some of these more like I don't know, marketing stuff. So he's really been helping us out. I really appreciate it. Tiny town in Texas, nice, sunny. Small towns are sometimes the best town. Look at this consolidation up here, guys. Ooh, Chop City. It's going long, stopped out. It's going short, stopped out. It's going long, stopped out. It's going short, stopped out. I think even if it broke up above, I was looking at maybe taking the break of this resistance up. I think that's going to be a trap. I think it'll roll back down. If you really want to go long on it, and the place to get long on it is down here, 70. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I probably wouldn't touch it. Is Minnesota a real place in the U.S. or is it a movie? Minnesota is definitely a real place, man. It's super cold. My sister-in-law lives in Minnesota, and it is miserable. The summers there are very nice, though, but it is not a nice place. You always hear in movies. That's okay. Couldn't spell. I couldn't. If you told me someplace in India and told me to spell it, I would be like, I don't know. I'd butcher it. I'd butcher it. My wife is from Minnesota. Nice. People who are from Minnesota love Minnesota. You don't want to talk. You don't want to talk shit about Minnesota from anybody who's from Minnesota. They will smack you down quick. You had a pen pal from the Twin Cities. Cool. I like doing pen pals. I remember doing pen pals. Like I don't remember where any of my pen pals were, but I should get my kids into pen pals. We now got this move down. You could maybe try to fade it back up into this. 86. I don't know. Nice choppy day. Yeah, it's getting choppy. Yeah, it's a good change. I appreciate it. I'm working on the new one for the live stream too. I'm just trying to get it. I was gonna throw it up this morning. I just had a lot of stuff going on this morning. Well, guys, I don't know. It's looking pretty choppy, pretty rangy. I think you would like to be careful with it. Or go batshit crazy on it. I don't know. Moving up. I thought about buying it as it broke above this, like at 81, but I feel like that's just a little too risque. A little too risque for me this morning with FOMC coming up. I might be wrapping this baby up, guys. Might be wrapping this baby up. What time is it? I don't even know. Oh, my thing is blocked. Sorry. Clock is blocked by my economic calendar. There it is. 9:04. I don't know. I think it's going to be a little bit of a chop fest for the rest of the day, but I could be 100% wrong. 100% wrong. Popping up now. Moving up. Is it going to trap anybody? Oh, moving up. Yay for equities. So you can see how it formed that little LV and boom, just broke through it. Oh, what is that on? Ooh, I'm not touching that. That looks dangerous. Moving to the 20 SMA there on the 1 minute. I think it's going to want to move down here to 377 though. I think it's going to want to move back down to the bottom of the band on the 1 minute. Possibly down to the support, maybe even just crash. I don't know what it's going to do. All right, dudes. I think I'm going to call it quits on today. Should I go get some coffee? Yeah, I'll go get some coffee. I'll go get some coffee and let this thing chop. I mean, I think that you might be able to take a buy down here at 375. 380 somewhere down here. We've got, you know, a higher volume node coming in up here. And then, you know, down here at 80, might be something. Yeah, man, Matthew, thank you for asking. There is a Discord group. It's in the description of this video if you're interested in that. I can also post it again. There it is, man. There you go. Discord. I'll pin it up there if anybody's interested in that. Now I'm gonna go grab some coffee and then we'll see if this thing wants to come down to 75. I think that would be an interesting buy. If you're looking to go long on it. 78 down to this low volume node, bottom of the band, previous support area, you know, right down here somewhere. So I'm gonna grab some coffee. I'll be right back. All right, guys, coffee break. Coffee break. Coffee break is finished. Look at that 5-minute candle. Oh boy, look at that 5-minute candle. Mm-hmm. Well, guys, I don't know. This thing is acting. This thing is acting like a spoiled little child. No, I don't know. It's not actually not acting like that. It's just acting like it's FOMC day at this point. Big move up on that. You see that in the 500 volume. Big move up, broke highs, moving up, came back into the range. I think we needed to get this continuation back down here to the support level. Maybe, but we got point of control up here. We got point of control coming in up here. Let me pull up my pen. Ah, Major Dave, you're the man. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's really awesome, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Oh, I forgot to put my new coffee break thing in there. Yeah, I'm forgetting all sorts of stuff. I actually got Nico made me a few Trading Futures Daily made me a new thumbnail for my live stream too, and I forgot to put that up. I didn't forget to put it up. I just was in a rush and I just put it up. I put the old one up just because it's like pre-saved, so I need to do that too. What was I gonna say? We can see point of control coming in here. There's no value area low up here, which either the profile is gonna have to recalculate to give us one, or I think price is actually gonna want to move up a little bit more on it and create that value area low. Very tricky to trade because we think it's going up, but all of these impulses up are followed by impulses down. So you're getting that impulse up, you're getting long, and then boom, you're getting stopped out. Impulse up, getting long, boom, stopped out. So the best thing to do is wait for it to really come into an area of support and then go long on it. And you got to identify that area of support. For me, it's gonna be back here at this these lows down here at the bottom of the band, 12,376. I'm at this support area where I drew out this blue box. For me, that's going to be its support area. That's really the only place I'd be looking to take a long on it. Anything up here, I think you're going to get stopped out. So want to be careful with it. You don't want to get in too high. You don't want to buy the top of it. You also don't want to pick the top, just like you don't want to pick the bottom. And you want to find structure that you can trade off of. And that's what I do. Maybe that's what some of the professionals do, but that's what I do. It works out okay sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't, but it's fine. Sorry, I'm going on my little rant about some of these professionals. I'm just upset about I don't know what I'm upset about, to be honest with you. Can we get 50 likes, guys? Can we get 50 likes before this thing? Whoa, STR, man, I'm sorry. STR, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That has happened to me too. That has happened to me too. STR was $40 away from making his passing his evaluation and lost it, like on the last trade. STR, that's happened to me twice. The first time I ever almost passed one, it was the same situation. I think I was like $60 away. Took a trade, it was supposed to be a quick scalp, probably something like this, where I bought it thinking that it was going to come up. And I was like, here it comes. And it just rolled on me and just rolled all the way down through support, through everything. I thought somebody was messing with me. I thought somebody was like totally messing with me and blew up the account. And that was, I still remember that. That was like on the Friday before Memorial Day weekend a couple years ago. And that really was, sucked. And then I did it again, I don't know, a year ago or something like that. So I know your pain, man. I know how that feels. I would just put it behind you and see, and you know, that is super frustrating. I mean, the most frustrating thing is the time you put into it, and I understand that, but you got to think of it just as market tuition. It is so hard to take that stop when you're so close. You know, take your stop loss of $200 or $300 stop loss when you're so close to passing the evaluation. It's so difficult to do that, but you just got to do it. I said yesterday on the stream. Now we're pushing up. Now it looks like it's going to come up to 30 maybe, but I'm not buying it up here. It's so hard to take the stop on that. You know, I said yesterday, the key to winning in this is losing, and you got to be good at losing to be good at winning at this game. You got to be able to take your stop losses and just take the red. Just take the red in order to come back and take the green. I think that's the whole key to it. All right, man. Good luck to you. Good luck to you, STR. Were you going with Apex on that one? I got a 50% coupon code if you want to use it for Apex. I say go with whoever is cheaper. You can use that over at Apex Trading and get any 50% off any of their evaluations. My recommend, and I've said it before, and I'm sure STR, I don't need to tell you, I'm sure you know, doing the 50K account one is the best one to try to get. It gives you a good drawdown of 2,500, a profit target of 3,000. So that's all pretty advantageous to the trader versus like the 200. You shouldn't do a 251. That's stupid. Or do the 100K or any of them. Any of the 50K should be the one that you do. You could try to do the 25K, but I think it's only got like a $1,000, no, $1,500 drawdown. You could try to do that on one contract. I think that'd be okay. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna jump off of this thing. I appreciate you watching. I don't know. My buy zone was down here at this blue box. We obviously did not roll back down to it, and we ripped higher. So I moved without me. The train left the station without me, and that's okay. It happens. Maybe this little low volume node over here, you can see it on the 1 minute. Maybe that holds. Maybe it starts to rip higher. I may get in on it. If we come back down to this little blue box, 12,376, that's my buy zone. That's what I'll be looking at. Bottom of the band here, low volume node down here. If it does want to come down here, I may be interested in buying it here. I'm not going to buy the top of it, though. I'm not going to try to short the top either on FOMC. So I'm just going to walk away and call it quits. Up 344 on the day. I'll take it, and I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks a lot for joining in, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 50 likes. Thank you to Kyle and to Major Dave for contributing to the channel. I really appreciate it. Every little bit helps. I always say that I've got 2 small kids that eat a lot. I need to find all the revenue channels that I can for them to keep them from yelling at me. Anyways, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. You could draw a little up channel here if you wanted to. All right, there. Look at this thing. Look at that up channel. Coming right down to it, into an LVN. Is this a buy or is this a short? I don't know. All right, guys, take it easy. If I take any more trades today, I don't know if I will because it's FOMC. But if price comes down here, I may take a long at 12,377. I may take a long down there. Yeah, we'll just see. All right, guys, take it easy. Thanks for joining us. Please like, please subscribe if you haven't already. It means a lot to me to help support the channel. And thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy. Bye.